This show is brought to you by PPR Capital Management. Did you know there's a way to invest passively in real estate and get monthly income without dealing with tenants, maintenance, or property management? If you're an accredited or high net worth investor, you can earn cash flow without the headaches by investing in a private equity real estate fund. PPR Capital Management. With nearly $1 billion in assets under management, PPR has provided investors with steady, truly passive monthly income since 2007 without ever missing a payment. To learn more, check out pprcapitalmanagement.com/birds today. That's pprcapitalmgmt.com/birds. Welcome back to Between the Vines with Todd and Trey. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you like our content, go ahead and shoot us a message. We are celebrating a win today. Trey, where are you at?
I'm at the farm at Fisherman Tavern in Cherry Hill, man. Just a nice little spot that's right here off of 70. Real laid back vibe in here. Just having a little drink in between a couple meetings. So just popped in here to have a little lunch and a couple beverages.
Nice. Yeah, I see. It looks like you got a little pickling aesthetic going on in the background there.
Oh yeah, man. And we're drinking one of their signature drinks. I don't know. It's a bartender special, so I'm not sure. It has some tequila in it and a giant ice cube. And it's
something delicious, I'm sure.
Something very. Sure. How about yourself? You look like you got a scenic background there.
Yeah, we're up in Michigan for the holiday for Thanksgiving, so I went to Mari Vineyards. It's near Traverse City on Old Mission Peninsula. Just out here with the family, relaxing, hanging out. Little tidbit about this place is it's a nice little wine country up here in the summertime. Trey, you'll have to come up and check it out.
Absolutely.
But this vineyard, or this winery and vineyard, is actually owned by, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now for some reason. The guy runs Oak Island, this show on the History Channel. And they're in like season 12 right now. It's like a treasure hunting show, right?
Oh, okay,
they're looking for like the Ark of the Covenant or something like that.
That's what they've been digging for 12 years?
Yeah, 12 seasons, bro. And I've been following since season 1. And so, like, one of the main characters on the show, dude, why am I drawing a blank on his name? But anyway, he owns this place, and he's always got the logo on the shirt on the show and stuff. And so this is like a win-win for me. It's local to, where we spend the summer. And they got great wine, beautiful scenery, and like an Italian, like Tuscan vibe up here at this place.
Okay, cool. Yes.
Archways. It's a little cold right now, but
hey, it's Michigan, dude.
I'm sitting fireside, dude. We're having fireside chats. We're having fireside chats. I'm sitting by a fire.
Okay, all right, that's what's up, man. Well, good.
But anyway, yeah. I'm drinking on a sparkling Riesling. It's a brut. It's actually delicious. It's nice and crisp, bubbly. It's a good starter. But anyway, cheers, bro. We're celebrating a win. A monster win.
Celebrating a monster win. The monster win. Cheers, man. Yeah. Cheers, and then I think, man, just going into this game, I thought that it was just another dominating performance, man. We got to start with the offensive line. Just the way they performed. Across the board, man, these cats came out there and they played a heck of a game. Just moving men and allowing Saquon Barkley to be the animal that he is.
Yeah. That's an easy way to start, dude. It's a historical game for Saquon and his career, for the Eagles and their franchise career. He rushed, 255 yards on 26 carries. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah. It's a testament to him, but also a testament to those big boys, because we were saying last week, they are bullying people. They play bully ball. Like they not only do they just double team people up front and move them off the rock, like get serious movement, they're moving these 300, 400-pound men 10 to 15 yards away out of their position. And then they're getting to the second level, and they're not just lining up on them, bro. They're unleashing on them. They're making them look like little kids. They're throwing them on the ground, and then they're waiting until they get up and throwing them down again. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
Just the tenacity they're playing with, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is, man. I mean, they do when they get the running ball, and then you saw times where the defensive line came with a stunt, and then they just keep pushing to the second level. That play with Landon Dickerson, man, when he got up to the second level, you could tell, like, sometimes when you do outside zones or whatever, you have to cut back to the linebacker, but they just kept pushing, staying front side, and he got that big pancake block that Saquon just got behind and took it to the house, man. I mean, it was, man, right now they are playing a special brand of football with this offensive line, the way they're running the ball, and Saquon Barkley, man, you could take that all the way to the end.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. It's funny because with our stars on offense, right? Like, yeah, Saquon's a star, but we have other stars. Like, we got AJ Brown, we got Devontae Smith, we got Jalen Hurts. So like, you don't really look at our offense and think of it as a rushing offense.
No.
But dude, we run the rock. Like, we ran the ball 45 times. We ran the ball 45 times.
Yeah. That's impressive. And when you got bodies like that, when you got all these big body guys, I mean, big Micah, man, dude, that dude is like, what, 6'7", 6'8" at right guard? You know what I'm saying? And then mixed in with Cam, and then now there's some big bodies out there that create movement. And now before, I was kind of like, man, behind a running game like this, any back could do it. But man, Saquon has a special way of how he's seeing the field and setting up those blocks.
Absolutely. I mean, Saquon, this is what was exciting about the Saquon pickup this year, is that he has been outstanding in New York behind like a patchwork offensive line, never had anything of real continuity or like, I don't want to say, or like elite level skill. He came to Philly and he's behind a continuously good, dominant offensive line. And we're just going to be able to see him open up on second level constantly. And that's what he's doing. It's like,
absolutely,
he's either making them look silly, at the second level, or he's just stiff arming them into the ground or running away from them.
Yeah, and he's hitting the hole. And like one of the things, and I think that, yes, you have a very athletic offensive line, but I think also, too, man, I got to have a tip of the cap to Coach Stoutland, man. They are very well prepared, especially when you're in the run game. The way they stayed on their levels, kept pushing front side. They didn't hesitate. You could tell that was something that was talked about. Like, look, if it gets here, you just keep climbing, climbing. And, Coach Stoutland has done a really good job, especially when he's talking about setting up combination blocks, run blocking. That's when you operate in Coach Stoutland's wheelhouse.
Well, that's one thing I think that's very undervalued that I don't think a lot of people realize is that there is this, concert or orchestra that's going on in the way that offensive linemen get to the second level. You can't be too quick. You can't be too slow. You have to be in concert with the back and like where they're at in the hole. If it doesn't all work together, somebody's going to shoot underneath or backdoor you or juke you or make you miss. But it's just this big wave that you see them all patiently moving together. And dude, like the hole is not at the line of scrimmage. The hole is like 5 to 6 to 10 yards downfield now. That's where he's hitting the hole because they are just moving this big wave of offensive linemen, and it's awesome to watch, dude.
Absolutely beautiful, man. And Saquon, man, he is just he's picking it up, the timing of it, the way he's hitting the holes, and when he gets in there, bam, he's gone, man. And like every run play is designed to get the running back to the safety. And good luck if we get him to the safety, because Saquon has showed you that he'll take it straight to the house.
Yeah. But, dude, they are athletic as well, these offensive linemen. Dude, you see Big Dickerson getting out there in space on the screens, and he's tossing people around. Cam, they're getting their – dude, these guys are good. They're athletic. They're monsters. It's hard to get all of that into one player, and they've got like 4 or 5 of them out there.
Man, dude, you saw the screenplay reemerge. I haven't seen the Eagles run a successful screen in a while.
Like a slow screen? I know.
Yeah, that right there.
We used to run that thing all the time.
Yeah. But that was a traditional screen, and they did a really good job getting on levels. And, man, I mean, dude, I can't say enough about how well this offensive line is playing, how well Saquon is playing. Jalen, you got your weapons out there. AJ still, 6 catches for 109 yards. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
And he's target 7 times. Dude, that's even with not having Slim out there.
I know. And they didn't look like they had any weaknesses. You know what I mean? They took care of the ball, 0 turnovers, Dude, I think that they're in a sweet spot right now with their run to pass ratio where they're not asking too much out of Jalen. He's able to protect the ball. He's able to, dump it off, throw it away in certain situations, and then we lean on this run, dude. I know there's going to be people that come and focus on the run, and those games where you adjust and get out of it a little bit and you can air it out, but like wait until they force you to do that.
Yeah, and then it's beautiful when you have 15 passes, dog. He completed only 15 passes. 6 of them went to AJ. 4 went to Saquon. You know what I'm saying? So Saquon had 6 for 40, 4 for 47. Then you had Dallas Goedert. He had 4 receptions for 19 yards and only 5 targets. You know what I'm saying? So you have that underneath as well. Man, when Slim gets back, dude, they just put up 37 points on the Rams like it was nothing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the Rams have a good offense. Their defense, they brought some pressure. They did bring some pressure. I felt like that was going to be their way to try to disrupt us. Is they can't sit back. We can kind of pick them apart or run all over them, and they have to try to bring pressure and like surprise us in situations. But dude, I just think that we did a good job. Like they just didn't have what they needed to compete. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm on board, dude. Sirianni, I'm back, dude. I'm back. I think it's easy to get on board, right?
Yeah, when you're winning, man. But I think though, you look at his energy and just how he is, man. I like how he is, man. He's really about his players. He has an energy about him. Sometimes some of the stuff I am still a little old school on certain things, but I'm getting behind him. I think that he really cares about his players, though. He's just hyped up. He's just that big energy guy all the time. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of times you kind of, I think he does a really good job of getting these guys ready to play. And then I think you have a really good group.
Also, I was going to say, like, one thing that I think he kind of, that I kind of got, you only see him a whole lot on game day. You know what I mean? So, like, you're seeing him on game day. And, like, it was hard for me to compartmentalize that and think like that this is he's performing, he's on game day. Like, I thought that was like him every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like arrogant dude talking trash to everybody. And no, it's not. I got reminded when I went into practice last week. I was talking to you and he came over and said, "What's up?" And I was just kind of like, I was reminded like he's not in game mode right now. You know what I mean? There's another
he's
side
in coach mode. Yeah.
And I've been out of it so long now, it's hard for me to remember that,
But then I think that, he just like a player gets in his mode, he is too. He's one of those guys that can really get excited for games. You know what I'm saying? He's the hype guy. He's the chest bump guy. But hey, man.
What's nice though, dude, is like it's obvious that players feel an openness with him. Because now you hear that like supposedly Landon and Big Jordan and Lane all went to him and said, "Hey, we need to get back to running the ball." And he was like, "Okay, I got you." So like at first when we were hearing about guys say, "Hey, you need to just be yourself and like let your personality show" and stuff like that, we were kind of laughing at it and being like, "What is this?" But like I don't know. They have an openness between the players and coaches that I've never experienced. So I'm not going to sit here and knock it.
Yeah, and I think he's definitely showing you that that's if you have a certain group, you got to have certain leadership within the building for you to trust them, to be accountable, to have that relationship with. You can't say, "Hey, man, we need to do this, do that," but then we're putting in the work to perfect your craft. So I think that is a testament to that. He trusts his players, and as any player, you want to be trusted and be held accountable as well. And I think that with the group of guys that you have in there, it shows that everybody's holding themselves accountable and they putting in the work. I think it's a really good team right now.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we're talking about how this was going to be a test for them to travel out west. A long trip, go out there. Not a great team, the Rams, but they're getting things going. And what are they? They were 500 going into this or something like that, maybe a little under. Yeah, 500. And dude, we just came out and performed. That's the second week in a row that the Eagles have come out and performed as expected, which is enough to give me the trickle to get me addicted again. I'm back in, dude.
You're back.
We're amazing.
Man, this drink right here
is
really awesome. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It is the bartender's special. I'm not sure what it is. It comes with a giant ice
Different
cube
one.
with an orange twist, and it's absolutely awesome,
Well, you know
especially on a
everything's
day
better
like
with a
today.
big ice cube.
Yeah, with giant ice cube, and then a victory,
Yeah,
big win.
yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah,
about to
big
ask you
win,
about
big ice
this.
cube.
Yeah, big win, big ice cube. Man,
I'm
so
drink. I'm
go
drinking
ahead.
a Stuckfass Riesling. They like the
Okay.
Rieslings up here. I always thought
Yeah.
Rieslings were like sweet, you know, a little sweeter, but shit,
Mm-hmm.
these are nice and dry and crisp.
Mm-hmm. Well, because you're moving more north to the, you out there near the
It's cooler
Canadian
climates,
border.
right?
Yeah.
It's
So
cooler
like
climates. You
that
get
was when I
that
first experienced ice wine when I went
get
to
the
Niagara
acidity level.
Falls. Yeah. But yeah, man. So and then I thought that, man, first of all, really sorry to see BG go down, man. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I
eh,
mean, dude, the funny thing is I didn't stay up and watch anything like in the post game or anything like that. And
mhm.
toward the end of the game, I was starting to, I don't do late nights very well anymore.
Yeah,
Old man.
yeah, sleep by 10,
So like the next morning, I woke up and I saw something in the news, and I was like, "What? I don't
Yeah.
remember that." Like,
Hmm.
no. And so then I saw his post game interview where he was like, "Yeah, I tore my tricep," and I was just like, "Oh man," because he just had a beast of a game, a
So
beast of a game. I was
BG,
talking to him earlier in the week, and I was just like, "Man, keep doing it." He was telling me how he had to slow down his trash talking because it makes him too tired now because he's getting older, you know. And
he's a little winded.
you can't change the stripes, bro. Like that's
Yeah,
you
be what
know.
you are.
And he was like, "Well, I'm gonna have to. I got a big role this week. You know, I'm gonna be out there playing." And dude, he was balling.
Yeah. He had. I was like, man, for this to be what was considered BG's farewell tour, he was playing at a Pro Bowl level, man.
Bro, he looks like
Especially,
he's playing for a new contract.
yeah. Like I was watching him get off the ball. And I mean, BG was beating him off the ball, coming with nice bull rush, transitioning to the other move. Man, dude, like this was like, he was playing like this was young BG, the way he was coming off that ball, man.
Yeah,
I was just making plays in the backfield, dog, tackle for loss. I mean, just out there, a sack, just out there, just dominating cats, man. That was
yeah.
like the way I hate that he got hurt.
I
I,
know.
I hate that.
Made me
You know what
sick to
I'm
my
saying?
stomach this morning.
But if this is your okay, you out of there, dog. Like you are hanging it on a hell of a game. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
Like,
absolutely, bro.
like
You went
that.
out on top, on top. You know what I mean?
Like you showed them, like, look, I am that cat, dog. Like, yeah, I'm out of here, but I just whoop whoever you put in front of me ass the entire game. You're lucky I got hurt.
Bro, when you say it's a farewell tour, and then you get hurt during the farewell tour, and then people are wondering if you're gonna come back and play again. You know you were playing well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I am the. All right. I feel I'm from the school of you always want to leave on top.
Yeah,
Like George Costanza. Like, hey, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I told my
yeah,
little thing, hey, we're good. I'm on a high note. All right, I'm out of here. Because I would much rather them want you to be back than them to say, hey, you know what? That last year should have been it. I don't,
yeah,
it's been 14 years, dude. Like, you can still be around the facility and still, instead of putting your body at that punishment. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me,
yeah,
I just think that, because it takes a lot, man. The game is physical. No matter how easy practices are or whatever it is, once you get out there and it's full fire, it is that risk is there. And I would much rather it be a situation. To me, I just feel like, hey man, this was awesome. I'm good. And
Oh,
that's it.
I agree.
You
I
know?
agree. I'm not
Yeah.
telling him that he should come back. I'm just saying
Yeah.
he was playing at such a high level that
Mhm.
people aren't going to be like, well, this was kind of a perfect ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people are going to want him back because he was playing so well. They're not
Mhm.
over. They're not over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
GG, cheers to a hell of a career, man. proud of you.
Absolutely.
You're a goat, dude. Cheers,
Yeah,
BG.
absolutely a legend, man. Cheers to you, BG. And what I
Mm.
like about it as well is that he brings that leadership, like especially with Nolan Smith, someone that hasn't always been celebrated from draft. You know what I'm saying? Where it was kind of, it was a little rocky. Like I watched the NFL film clip that they posted on him the other day, and I remember when BG was drafted, how it was, and how he's transitioned to where he is now is just amazing, man. And I think that having him around can only help your young guys, especially guys that need that time to become the superstars that they're projected to be. So I think that that's one of the things that BG brings to that locker room and being around, and I think that even though if this might be your last game, cool, I think they still will keep you around just because of what he brings to the organization in that mentorship, you know?
Oh yeah, I agree. I always try to put this into words and explain to people like how guys can come in the league, and there's certain guys that came in the league during my career that as they progress, you take guys and you befriend them and you kind of like try to help them as much as you can, and then and you're like proud of them as their thing goes on, and then they get to this certain level where you're very proud of them, and then there's certain guys that surpass that as to where you look up to them now, and the way that they carry themselves, the way they handle themselves in areas that you never explored. Like, I can't imagine what it's like to play that many years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And BG's just one of those dudes, man. Like, I'm so proud of him, and he's surpassed that point to where, man, I look up to him. Like, he's just a dude that does everything right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's good dude.
Yeah.
Does it with a smile on his face, man.
Exactly. And that's the best part about it. He's like a happy dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I think that, so.
Yeah, he'll be around. He said, all right, he's going to be there. He's going to be a leader, and he's going to be able to continue to be on this team and affect it. So.
Yeah, he'll still be around, so he still could be celebrated. But not everybody's acting like he's gone. He's not gone. He's still there. Yeah, cool, man. All right. So this defense got tested, I think, in other ways in the secondary. I think Slade went out again. With another
Reed
injury.
went down for a little bit.
Yeah, so Reed went down. So this was one of those games where the secondary got tested. I think. Q had, probably one of his tougher games. And I knew that this receiving core was going to challenge him.
Yeah.
You got some good guys. That receiving core for the Rams is pretty good.
Not just that, but also, Matt Stafford's a hell of a quarterback. You know what I mean? He's been in the league a long time. He's got a lot of experience. So, like a good receiving core or not, he's going to be able to test a young secondary in ways that, they haven't seen quite yet and stuff like that. So they were tested. I feel like they passed. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
they passed. I feel like they didn't pass with like an A+ flying colors. I would give them like an A- B+ right there. You know
absolutely.
I mean?
You went up against a really good quarterback with a good receiving core, and you held your own. You're going to get challenged. That's what this game is all about. But I thought they did a good job.
Absolutely. And then we got 5 sacks. The boys are after it. That speaks to the secondary being able to do their thing too.
Jalen Carter, man, just continues to be a disruptor. He is just a bully. When the kicker missed the kick, they showed him walking in and just bumping the kicker and telling him get out the way. I like the way. He's just like that. He's the bully in the defensive line.
He's one of those. Yeah, he's one of those guys that just like he flips a switch and he becomes a different person. And like, there's no friendliness on the field if you're wearing a different color.
No, he's going to bump into you. He's going to do something, And then when he beats these linemen, man, I mean, he's the most double teamed defensive line. They showed the stats. It's ridiculous how many double teams he's taking, which allows your other defensive tackles, if they have any athleticism, can get loose. And I think with Williams and them, those cats are nice in the middle. So yeah, if you got Jalen Carter that could come in there and take those double teams, they got enough to them on the inside. Or if they run those stunts and something, they're going to create some sacking pressure as well.
Absolutely. I also think, when you really think about like the testament of a defensive line and how well they played, you just got to look at. They held them under 100 yards rushing. I feel like anytime you look at that, the D line is putting out a good game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a team combined, they said under 100, dude. That's a win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're consistently doing that. You know what I mean? The defense continues to be a bright spot, dude, and I think that they're just going to continue to carry us into the playoffs.
Absolutely. I think, man, right now the way this team is playing, I'm saying we're in the Super Bowl, man. I feel that this is a Super Bowl team. If this team continues playing on this trajectory and just keeps putting the type of the efforts that they're putting into games, man, you could take this all the way to the bank.
Yeah, I mean, agreed. And they keep getting. It seems like they're getting better and better each week. Stuff's getting put together. Man, this is one of them orange wines. It's a Bestiary Ramato. It's delicious, dude. It's delicious. Just a beautiful orange wine from northern Michigan. And, while I'm in Michigan, we can talk about, we do think that the Eagles are playing this way and headed toward the Super Bowl. But there is a buzz up here in Michigan.
Yeah.
There is a buzz about the Lions, bro. And they've been hungry for it. They've been starving for it, dude.
Yeah.
The Lions look good, bro. The Lions look good. And they're trying, even the close games, they're gutting it out and finding ways to win.
Man, golf is just on a different level right now. He's playing really well. I really haven't watched many other Lions games, but I know that from what I've heard, it's just how golf has just been playing out of his mind. And then I like the coach out there too, man. Like he's another one of those super fiery guys. Get everybody all hyped up. You got Buns out there getting the offensive line right. So yeah.
That could be a nice. What would that? Would that be the NFC Championship game we would meet them in, huh?
Yeah. If they play in Detroit, we got to go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go. All right. Yeah.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. Let's stay where we are. But this is gonna be a nice test, man. Getting ready for Baltimore. And go ahead.
Trey, let me ask you a question. We did tell the offensive line played amazing, so good, right? But have you ever got put on replay many times as Jordan did when he got bull rushed and put on his butt? That was at like the worst timing because it was like right before commercial break, and they just kept showing it over and over again.
Oh yeah, that was tough. The bull rush was tough.
Everybody gets caught with their foot off the ground, maybe a little too high. Momentum's working against you.
You know it's coming. You feel it coming.
They should replay, like while they were showing the replay, they were like, oh, yeah, and look at this. And like, over and over again. Showed it again going into commercial break. And I was just like, oh, man, Jordan, my guy. I'm sorry that this is what is getting put out there because you're playing good. You've
had a really good game, but that's the thing about offensive defensive line. They get you one time, and it's aired everywhere. Now, they never mind the whole body of work that I've been putting in. He got me that
59 for 60. 59 for 60.
Yeah.
You can go 59 for 60 and not be a great player,
The bad thing about it, though, we've all gotten it.
That's what I was going to ask you. What's the worst that you can ever remember?
Dude, we were playing in Dallas, and Buns was the center at the time. And so we were on silent count. And so we went in, and Hank said something as far as the silent count. And I'm looking down, and I said, hey, what you said? And he snapped the ball. And then so all I could do was look up. And it was that big number 90 that played DN for Dallas that had the big forearms. I think I'm not sure what his name was, but he used to do the Under Armour commercials with the Protect This House, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, he gave me a bull rush that was from, like, he brought that bull rush from wherever he's from. Yeah, like that bull rush was brought throughout his entire journey of football and DN. And when he dove into my chest with that bull rush, and I was laid off the ball, dude, it was ugly. It was ugly. I mean, when I hit the ground, I think my neck hit the ground, and then everything else fell. And so all I could do is just try to grab. So I got a holding penalty as well. So he ran through me with the bull rush, and then I'm trying to grab his legs and got a holding penalty. I don't know if he got the sack, but when I got home, man, my homie was like, "Dog, how you let him run through you like that?" Though. So this was back when they were still doing jacked up, you know. So I came home and I watched
Yeah.
TV the entire night and was like, "Please, Lord, don't let me be on jacked up." You know what I'm saying? Because it was that bad. You know, what I'm saying? Like it was bad. So it happens. It happens. You know,
Were
what
you on
about
jacked
you?
up? Were you on
Huh?
jacked up? Were
No,
you
I
on
didn't
jacked
make it.
up?
No,
No.
I didn't make the cut. I'm glad there were others that were worse, but it felt bad to me.
Yeah. The worst I got well in a game. Okay, probably was when I was in Indy.
Mhm.
I mean, now there was plenty of times I got. I mean, but one time when I was in Indy, man, was it Aaron Donald's rookie year, something like that,
Mhm.
maybe?
Yeah.
And we were playing them in the preseason or something. I'm still learning the calls, you know. And so I'm like talking to the center, like, "Hey, what's the call? What's the call?" And the ball snapped, just like that, you know.
Yeah.
And Aaron Donald made contact with me before I even moved my foot,
Mm.
you know. And like when they hit you in your helmet when you're still in your stance, there's not a lot of places to go from there.
No,
Uh,
no, it's gonna be bad.
yeah, and he just like kind of drove me back and made the play like 4 yards deep in the backfield, and it just we all get got. We all get got.
The moral of the story is it's going to happen. It's
Yeah,
going
you
to
just
happen.
hope
It
that it's
happens.
not put on replay over and over and over. But
For his, it was on the replay. You know what I'm saying? But for ours, we got through it. I mean, but it's whatever, man. It's
yeah,
going to happen as the offensive lineman. But cool, man. But shoot, that's all I
what
got, though.
what are you going for Thanksgiving?
Man, just chilling with the family, dude. Just gonna lay low, chill with the family.
Are you guys
Tristan's coming home.
traditional like turkey people? You doing the whole thing?
Yeah. We get turkeys that was on Oprah's favorite list. So we
Mm.
called it, yeah. So we call these turkeys in, and they deliver the turkeys, and that's that. And then
Is it is
yeah,
it
here you can
is it
see.
a really good turkey?
Oh yeah, it's an amazing turkey. It's a smoked turkey. It was on Oprah's favorite thing. I don't know. You know how Oprah puts out a list of
Yeah,
things
yeah,
that
yeah,
she's like really awesome. So she can be like, "Hey, I like these breath mints," and then everybody go and buy the breath mints.
yeah.
So she put out a list that had these turkeys, so we order a turkey from there every year. Yeah, it's
All right,
awesome.
all
Smoked
right.
turkey. Yeah, yeah, man. So how about you guys? How about you? Y'all do the traditional turkey?
Yeah, well, we do the traditional. In the last few years, we've been adding in the deep fried turkey.
Mm,
It's a game changer.
okay.
It's a little dangerous, but we haven't had any issues yet. So
Yeah.
this year, my brother and I are attempting the turkey menage a trois, where we're going to roast a turkey, fry a turkey, and smoke a turkey.
Okay.
So
All right. All right.
turkey three
Okay.
legs.
Menage
I'll
a
let you know
trois.
how that goes.
All right,
I'll
cool.
keep you
I hope it
updated.
goes well, man. We're cool, man. But bro, to mine, you from how's that goes? From mine to yours. Happy
Mine's
Thanksgiving to
yours.
you guys. Yeah, from mine to
Yeah,
yours. Happy Thanksgiving, man.
for
Happy
sure.
Thanksgiving to
Like,
you all.
yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, and everybody have a Thanksgiving. Go
Yeah.
Birds! Enjoy the
Go
win.
birds. Yeah.
Who do we got humming this week?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Okay, tough
Yeah.
one.
Another good test.
Yeah,
Another
great
good
test.
test.
You
Yeah.
got to be battle tested if you're going to hit the playoffs, right?
And that's all you can do. Keep getting better.
Yeah. All right,
All right.
Trey. Have a
All right,
Thanksgiving,
bro.
bro. Cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. Take care. All right.
This show is brought to you by PPR Capital Management. Did you know there's a way to invest passively in real estate and get monthly income without dealing with tenants, maintenance, or property management? If you're an accredited or high net worth investor, you can earn cash flow without the headaches by investing in a private equity real estate fund. PPR Capital Management. With nearly $1 billion in assets under management, PPR has provided investors with steady, Truly passive monthly income since 2007 without ever missing a payment. To learn more, check out pprcapitalmanagement.com/birds today. That's pprcapitalmgmt.com/birds.